Today is Tuesday, May 26th. Here's a tech tidbit. The first smartphone, IBM's Simon, was released in 1994. Now, here's the news you need to know today. Israel's Prime Minister Netanyahu told President Trump that Israel will act freely against threats, including in Lebanon, regardless of U.S.-Iran peace talks. Trump says the two countries have nearly agreed to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a key oil route closed since the war began in February. But Iran wants a permanent toll on ships, charging over $1 million each, a move the UN shipping agency calls illegal. Oman's stance could decide if the toll happens, shaping global trade and energy prices. In eastern Congo, armed men stormed Mongwalu Hospital, demanding Ebola victims' bodies. Gunfire forced staff to evacuate patients. Days earlier, a Doctors Without Borders tent was burned, and 18 suspected patients fled. The Bundibugyo strain driving this outbreak has no vaccine and a high death rate. Officials restrict traditional burials as bodies can spread the virus, but these rules have sparked unrest. With cases climbing, health workers warn violence is undermining efforts to contain the disease. After nearly 7 years away from theaters, Star Wars returned in force. The Mandalorian and Grogu earned about $102 million in the US and $165 million worldwide over Memorial Day weekend, making it the year's third biggest domestic opening. The film, shot entirely in Los Angeles with state tax credits, faced little competition. IMAX screens delivered nearly 15% of global sales. For Disney, it's more than a hit movie. It's a boost for streaming, games, and theme parks as the franchise heads toward its 50th anniversary. A tiny deep-sea octopus, small enough to fit in your hand, has been officially named Microelodon galapagensis after being found near the Galápagos at 5,800 feet. First spotted in 2015 by a remote camera, it was preserved and later studied using CT scanning, which creates 3D images without harming rare specimens. Its unique anatomy confirmed it as a new species. Experts say it's a reminder of the vast unseen life in our oceans, much of it at risk before we even know it exists. In Rome's National Public Library, researchers uncovered a 9th century manuscript holding Caedmon's hymn, the oldest surviving English poem. Written in Old English in the 7th century by a Whitby Abbey worker inspired by a dream, it appears here in the main Latin text of Bede's famous history. Copied at Nonantola Abbey, the book traveled through collectors before Italy acquired it in 1972. The find predates the previous oldest copy by 3 centuries, and the entire collection is now free to view online. Thank you for tuning in. For more details on the stories covered today, just ask.